Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about how to complete all of the brand new Rush 5 agendas to get Galaxy Opal Dennis Rodman completely for free here in NBA 2K24 MyTEAM. I will be completely honest, outside of Rodman, none of the other cards in this set are incredibly exciting. Bruce Bowen is a phenomenal 3ND card, but he's not an elite level playmaker, nor is he an elite level slasher, but he is going to be a very, very fun card to use, and I am excited to try him out, and I do believe, obviously, that Rodman looks phenomenal as well. Outside of that, I don't think this drop is that great. Rip Hamilton's decent, but the rest of the cards aren't that great, but at the same time, hopefully Rodman is at least easy to get. I have not looked at these agendas yet, so I'll be looking at them for the first time along with y'all, but before we hop into, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 25,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day. Tons of consistent daily MyTEAM content. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's hop right into it. And let's take a look at these agendas. So here we go. Hopping into it. Rush 5. We got 6 agendas as always. Complete the whole group to earn Dennis Rodman. So you're going to have to complete all the agendas. And let's start with the lowest overall one, which is getting 30 rebounds over multiple games for Amethyst Luke Longley. This is a super duper easy agenda, as it should be for an Amethyst. 30 rebounds is not very much. So honestly, not going to complain in the slightest about this agenda, because honestly, I don't think it's too bad at all. Is it the best, easiest agenda of all time? Maybe not. But I do think it will be, I mean, honestly, it is pretty much the easiest agenda of all time. It's not hard at all. 33, same thing, really easy. This will take, I mean, between these two, you can knock them both out in 4 triple threat offline games, I guess, because you could technically make 8 threes in a triple threat offline game if you know how to do it. So you score 6 threes, then you hit a 2-pointer. 6 threes and a 2-pointer gets you to 20, and then you hit another 3. No, I guess that's only 7 threes still. I'm bad at math. Okay, regardless, you can only put 7 threes unless you let your opponent get to 20 before you hit the 3 to get to 21, in which case it doesn't end the game. So I guess you theoretically could get 8 threes, but in general, 7 threes a game is going to be your average. So it might take 5 triple threat offline games, but 50 dunks over multiple games, also really simple. I'm going to be honest, these are not hard agendas at all so far. That's a 5 triple threat game grind itself. So if you're grinding triple threat offline or challenges or something, these agendas will be really easy to complete. If there's any challenges you haven't completed either, I might recommend going through and completing some of those. When I say challenges, what I'm talking about is these like challenges that have dropped each week for the Nebula cards, the Maestro, Iconic, Leap Year, Wild West. These groups right here. If you have not completed all of these, which I have not completed, the Wild West right there, it might be worth going through and completing these simply because you do get like deluxe packs and stuff, or just unsellable packs or whatever from these drops, and it gives you a chance to potentially pull a pink diamond or a really good card out of one of those. So that might be worth considering. Also, this agenda group gets you a bunch of MT and some other individual rewards, like another deluxe pack right here, and then obviously a base pack and a Hoff badge option pack. So like this type of stuff might be really worth doing to complete these agendas, just so that you make sure you're earning progress towards other things as well, and earning other rewards. Kind of can combine things together to get as many rewards as possible. But on top of that, if you want to get done quickly, these agendas obviously will be quickest to knock out in like triple threat offline or something along those lines. Spurs triple threat offline. There you go. Win 10 triple threat offline or triple threat online games using 3 Spurs players. Here you go. You do this in offline right here. Get all the dunks, the threes, and the rebounds in these 10 triple threat offline games while using these Spurs players. This is so easy right here. This is how you're going to complete these 3 agendas. In all honesty, I should have just kept looking at this. Clutch time wins, same type of thing. This is a little annoying simply because I just don't want to play 15 clutch offline games, and 15 clutch online wins using a Warriors team would be a little bit challenging, because unless you have the best Warriors cards in the game, your Warriors team is not going to be that crazy for online. So I do think realistically, this will probably, I don't know. I don't think it's going to be a huge challenge, but 15 5-minute games, I mean, it's kind of, it's annoying, at least. I'll say that. It's not going to take an incredibly long time, but it is kind of annoying to this agenda. The last agenda is 5 games you have to win using 10 Pistons players, excluding challenges. Also kind of lame, because this means you have to play 5 full games, or get quits if you go into online, which I think is going to be kind of tough to win online games using 10 Pistons players, unless you have a perfect Pistons team, and even then, you only have room for like 3 other players in your lineup, and good luck winning a salary cap or a domination, or even, especially an unlimited game, but even like a salary cap game, getting a team that's under salary and good enough with 10 Pistons players. So in general, you're probably just going to have to knock this out in like domination or something, which is annoying, obviously. But this is basically saying win 5 domination games. So the good thing that I think a lot of people will be excited about with these Rodman agendas is that you do not have to complete any of them online at all. There are a couple of online options for each of these agendas, even though, to be fair, they're kind of hard to do online because they're restricting the team that you can use the players from, and it's unlikely you have a good enough team with players just from these teams. Well, maybe Warriors, but definitely probably not Spurs or Pistons realistically, unless you have like David Robinson, Wemby, and maybe somebody else on the Spurs team. Like if you get really lucky with gambling, or you have even Opal, D-Rob, and then Pink Diamond, Wemby, and then another good Spurs player, maybe. But in general, this is just an offline grind. Realistically, what this is a semi-time consuming offline grind. And honestly, the time that it's going to be consumed, because these stats will all be completed in these other 3 agendas. So these stats really don't even matter because you're going to get all of them done while you're completing the other agendas. So 5 domination games is what? About 2 hours-ish, 2.5 hours. 15 clutch offline games is going to be another probably hour and a half-ish, so that's 4 hours. And then this 10 offline games is another hour, maybe a little less than an hour. So realistically, you're probably looking at about 5 hours for this Rodman grind, maybe a little bit less. I don't know if I personally will be doing this Rodman grind because, in all honesty, I have not been playing very much MyTEAM. I already have great small forwards. And I don't feel like playing 5 hours of offline. I'm not going to lie to y'all. But for a lot of the grinders out there and a lot of the offline players out there, this gives you something to grind that it does have a pretty rewarding end reward. It's not a horribly long grind either. And it definitely will allow you to complete some other grinds and get towards some other rewards as well in some other modes if you want to. So I don't hate this. I don't love it. Rodman is very good, but outside of Rodman, I don't think this is all that deep of a set, to be completely honest. And also, I simply just don't think, I don't know. I don't like offline grinding personally. I understand it's good, but I don't like grinding. I don't like offline grinding. So maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just complaining. But I personally don't love the offline only pretty much nature of this. But, you know, I think a lot of offline players will like it. So I'm not going to sit here and complain too much about that because I know there is a good portion of the community that will be happy that this is a totally completable offline grind. I'm just in the group that doesn't really want to spend a bunch of time grinding offline. But in all honesty, I haven't really enjoyed online gameplay that much in MyTEAM either recently. So, you know what? That's more a MyTEAM problem than it is a content problem or It's a gameplay problem is what it is. It's a gameplay problem and a gambling problem more than anything else with the gambling only content, obviously, as well being making a lot of cards that I'd love to use inaccessible. But you know what? It is what it is, and it's a good drop. I would say, all things considered, it's a solid drop. For the majority of the community, it's 1 thumbs up. It's not 2 thumbs up, but it's 1 thumbs up. It's not bad. And that's my conclusion. Not bad. Not great. Not bad. Regardless, that is going to do it for today's video. I hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.